Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that each time we upload a new video you're going to be notified about it. And if you're returning, welcome. It's your girl Lozinel, and like I said in my last video, I'm going to be giving a rundown of what we'll be seeing in 2022, but technically it's not going to be what you're thinking. So I'm going to be talking about lessons life has taught me. If you really know me very well, thought is my whole life, is who I am, is what I bring out there, is what God teaches me first, and so I can't keep this for myself, so I bring it out to us so that we can all learn from that. And so lessons life has taught me, one of the lessons life has taught me is that only put your energy where it's reciprocated. So one of the mistakes that we make in life is that we fuel things that are not catching, like no go catch, go catch fire, no go catch for the would you put oil, would you put kerosene inside. And so one of the things that we should do, one of the things that life has taught me is that only put your energy where it is reciprocated. No go fuel place with fire, no go catch. The next thing I learned in my 26 years was that God answers prayers. Life has taught me and God has showed me that he really answers prayers. So if you're out there, I want you to know that God answers prayers. Okay, next thing that I learned, lessons life has taught me, is that things fall in place eventually. As much as you pray, as much as you do everything, it will only happen when God has timed it to happen. So things fall in place eventually. So don't stress too much, don't worry too much, don't go beyond what you can if things will fall in place. God is still thinking about it. The next thing I learned, the lesson life has taught me, is that worrying wastes time. The time when you'll be sitting to think like, oh my God, I need to do this, I need to do this, that's the time when you're wasting the season. One of the things I learned about my life is I'm never present. I was never present. That was then. I was never present where beautiful things are happening around me. I'll be sitting and reminiscing of the things that should happen, the things that happened that hurt me and all of that. And so at the end of the day, I didn't experience what was beautiful. So worrying wastes time. So you see yourself thinking about things that is not happening. And next thing life has taught me is fake is a camouflage of what is real. Of course, that's the definition of fake. Life is not about being fake. So lessons life has taught me is don't be faking anything. Don't fake anything. If you don't love somebody, if you don't want to be in a really, don't fake it. If you don't fake it, life has taught me not to fake things. And one thing life has taught me is time heals everything. I feel like people talk about this like time, don't worry, time will come. You think that it's a lie, but truly I will tell you the truth. Time heals everything. You think that it will not happen, you will not be healed, but sometimes you will see that like you will even be laughing about the things that you've been through, be like, so this thing actually happened. Did I actually fall into this kind of sin, or did somebody actually rape me? Like, is this thing is real? Like, it becomes like it becomes like nothing actually happened. It just becomes a scar. You just see like it happened, but you cannot really explain it because time truly heals everything. Time is very important. It heals a lot of things. And also, life has taught me that life in general will humble you. So everything you're going through is just it's God's way of trying to humble you, because man has pride inside of him generally and in general. So life will humble you. There are things you will experience that you can sit back to be like, am I really going through this? Life will humble you. Lessons I've learned in life. And one of the lessons I've learned in life is growing up is a scam. Sometimes you feel like you want to be a child again. You just want to go back to the place where people will pamper you, people will provide for you. You want to go to school, they'll send you to school. I was privileged to have that. And growing up is just a scam. You'll be like, this is not what they told us that is going to be like. But this is like life has just taught me that. It has taught me that. And also life has taught me that there will never be a happy day ahead. I know somebody is going to be like, seriously? Yes, This project is saved for happiness. So this is generally me telling you that there will never be a happy day ahead. This is why, because what you have to do is you have to invest time on now, like now. Be happy now. Concentrate on what is happening like now. Be happy now, because if you think that by tomorrow, okay, I don't want to be happy now, I want to be sad, I want to worry now, tomorrow I will be happy, you're wasting it, because this is the time that you have. The only time you have is now. The only time where you get now. And life has taught me that you can do anything. I can do anything. I could face one of my wildest challenge. I faced one of my wildest challenge this past 2 years, and I can stand up to say that I am really amazed that I could break that demon. Like, I could trample on that demon, you know. I could do this, like I could do this. Like, I want to say this, I couldn't imagine myself talking like this before, but I'm amazed that I can do this. So life taught me that you can do anything. Scriptures even says that you can do anything through Christ who strengthens you. So if God empowers you to do something, you can do it. So I believe this, that you can do anything, and that's one of the lessons life has taught me. And I also the next lesson life taught me is stand up for yourself. There will be times when people will come to you, people will shout on you, people will talk down on you. Nobody's going to be there to defend you. See, I've had people stand up for me, but there are times when you need to stand up for yourself to say that I'm not going to be in this relationship again. I'm not going to have you treat me like I'm worthless and all of that. I'm not going to have you feel like I'm calling you and not picking. I'm trying to be getting attention from you. Stand up for yourself. People are not going to be there. So this is a lesson life has taught me. Stand up for yourself. Who doesn't matter whoever that is. Stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Also, life has taught me to be sincere. Because see, there are a lot of fake people out there, but you need to be sincere about what you believe, what you stand for, what you represent, your standards. Be sincere about all of that. And also, life has taught me to not take people for granted. Don't take people for granted. Life has taught me not to take people for granted, because everybody has the part they play in your life, no matter how bad they are, to you. Don't take it for granted. You feel like, try to learn the lessons. I feel like at some point in time, everybody who comes to your life has a lesson they came to teach you. So you need to just learn it, and don't take people for granted. Don't feel like, okay, because this person hurts me, this person beats me on the road, this person raped me, I take it for granted, I want to be angry with the person. But make sure to learn the lesson from it. So this is life lessons I've learned, and I believe that you should also get that. And I'm just repeating this is just going to be a rundown of what we'll be talking about all through the year. So if you hear me talking a lot about these things, just know that this is what we'll be talking about. And mostly life will teach you need to learn to know when your part of a story is ended, know when to leave a setting, know when to stop working in a place, know when to leave a relationship, especially when you're being battered, you're being molested emotionally, physically, wherever you're feeling like this is not comfortable. Make sure to know when to leave. So life, know when to step out of a story. Also, life has taught me when to let go. See, there are times when you push. I'm a motivational speaker. I speak out there, I'm motivating to things. There are times when you need to let go of some things. So life has taught me to know when to let go, especially the point where you're putting in energy into something and the thing is not giving it back. Make sure to know when to let go, because you can give in all, your body, your money, your mind, and then at the end of the day it's not reciprocated. You follow love where not they produce and all of that. Make sure to know that. And also trust God. One of the things life has taught me is to trust God. See, God works in mysterious ways. I've seen him change my life in 2 seconds. Like, I woke up this morning in this place, and the next morning I'm in another place. I just learned to trust God. I have learned to trust God. Lessons life has taught me. And also, life has taught me to prioritize. See, I would not give my time to something that is not yielding anything. I tell you the truth. I will prioritize what is giving me energy. I tell you this. So life has taught me to prioritize, and this is what you also need to know. So at this point, I need to sip my mango juice. Eat, enjoy life. Life has taught me to enjoy life. I think that these are the things that I've not been able to experience for myself. I've not been able to experience a life where I enjoy life. Life has taught me to flex sometimes. Okay, so life has taught me to have a relationship with God, have a personal relationship with God. It gives you a stamina with every decision you make, because you first of all go to him and be like, God, am I ready for this? Should I go into this? And he gives you the signal. See, that's the most beautiful relationship to get into. So life has taught me to have a relationship with God. And also, life has taught me to know who to date. We make a lot of mistakes where we date people who are not compatible with us, people who are not going the same lane with us, people who cannot support us, people we cannot support, people we, especially as a woman, somebody you cannot listen to. Like, you cannot submit to this guy. You cannot even say, if he tells you sit down, you will not sit, and you're getting into a relationship with the person. So life has taught me generally to know who to be in a relationship with. And I wanted to say something. Let me just leave that information for my videos ahead, because we're going to be talking a lot about relationship and something sassy at the end and all of that. And so life has taught me to make good friends. I've had the most wonderful friends so far, very supportive. I can name them. I would be so in fact, I can name them like anytime, everywhere. But life has taught me to make good friends, because there are times when you're down, somebody would encourage you on what you're doing. Like, I love what you're doing, I love what you're bringing out there. Life will teach you to make good friends, because you can't go anywhere if you don't have good friends. And life has taught me that my experiences are evidences. So whatever I have been through, whatever I'm going through, is just an evidence of God's love. It's an evidence of it's an experience that would help someone else someday. So I have taken it as a part of me to say, okay, I went through this, I went through a battering relationship, I went through somebody molesting me. I've been failing in relationships just so that I can learn something that I can be able to help and edify people out there. So also, life has taught me not to beg for attention. So this is one of the things that, especially as ladies, in fact generally, I feel like men too, we sometimes pressure ourselves into things that we end up feeling like, oh my God. So life has taught me to not beg for attention and learn to know when to ignore some people. Yes, because when you push and then somebody takes it for granted, you need to, life has taught me when to actually just let that go. And also, life has taught me to know the difference between an advice and a discouragement. Some people come in and be like, my dear, that your hair looks beautiful, but don't you think that this hair is supposed to be like this and all of that? That's not an encouragement. That's not an advice. That's a pure discouragement. And so life has taught me there's a thin line between that. Some people will come in that phase of like they want to really advise you on something, but most of the times it's just a discouragement on it. I've had a lot of people talk to me about this project and be like, why are you sending me the link? Why am I supposed to receive the link? I'm not supposed to receive the link because I'm your senior. I'm bigger than you. So I'm like, this is just a discouragement, because if you're my senior, you have to see it and be able to correct me where I went wrong. So this is it. Life has taught me to know the thin line between an advice and a discouragement. So we'll be talking about this all through the year, so that we can be able to identify when we need to shut our ears to certain things like that. And also, life has taught me to know when to take time to rest. You'll break down literally, and everything that you plan to do will stop, will go on a break, and to start all over again is going to be a whole lot of mess. But life has taught me to rest, because the times when you shut down and you don't even know how to get back again in. Rest. Take some time to rest. It is very important for your health to rest. Rest, when we mean rest, we don't just mean rest. Take out time to chill, rest. And also, this is going to, I ended with this One, because I've learned a lot of things, but this is just a breakdown of some of the things that I've learned. Life has taught me that sex is not the way to indicate love, because sometimes we get into relationships, someone would be like, have sex with me so that you can prove to me that you love me and everything and all of that. All of us get some of we fall into such things. Prove to me that you love me, have sex with me, and all of that. Life has taught me that that's not a way, that's not a proof, because sometimes we feel like that is how we can prove it, and sometimes we even indulge into it, and at the end of the day our heart is walking on a roller coaster. We are crying because we were trying to prove love that cannot be proved in that way. So sex is not just the way to prove love. That's what life has taught me. So I'm looking forward to seeing you watch my videos, and looking forward to sharing my life with you. In particular, I'll be talking broadly about relationship, I mean dating. I'll talk a little bit about marriage. I'm not married, but I'm going to be talking about it because I've had people around me who are married, and I'm going to be talking about love, relationships, and how to get out of it. I'm going to talk broadly about that and whatever God leads me to talk about. I really would love you to share my videos and make them go out there so that we can help young ladies. That is my first vision, to see that ladies are empowered, to see them come out there and be strong women, to be the strong woman that they are, because many of us are falling under the snares of men, because we don't have our own self-dignity. We don't know what we are, we don't know who we are, we don't know what we represent, we have nothing to even show for. So but we'll be talking about relationship, we'll be breaking some captives, we'll be motivating you and inspiring you in your projects, in your goals, and you'll be seeing some people coming in this year. And so stay glued to your channel. Make sure to share my channel, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment, leave comments if you have a contribution as to anything we'll be talking about. If it blesses your heart, if it encourages you, please encourage us by leaving a comment. We will appreciate that so dearly. And make sure to, if you have something to suggest as far as this project is concerned, something to chip in, whatever you have, whatever you want to do for us, whatever you want to encourage us, please, we are open for you. We want to thank you and welcome to 2022. See, we're going to be telling a lot of happy new year, all of that for all of this year. So God bless you, have a wonderful week ahead, and see you soon.